I'm going to teach you guys today how to get free Bitcoin. Yeah, you can get free Bitcoin by investing in a certain way. Let's find out how. So hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are new, please do subscribe, hit that bell button, like, and leave a genuine comment. It does help the algorithm, funny enough. Now, the title, very obvious. How to get, some free Bitcoin. It's expensive right now. We'll talk about it. Mindset of people, psychological kind of warfare. And I've put it on the Great British Pound because it likes to confuse people. It's funny, and I like to do that. But reality is it's expensive overall, depending on how you look at it. But if I change it back to USD, you can see here we are close to that all-time high levels again. And the mindset, psychological barriers, essentially, if I can get my words out, is people don't want to buy that because it's expensive, and they will look, and I know people do it. They go to the likes of Ethereum, they go to the likes of XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash is another one. They look at these coins as a cheaper alternative without understanding the whole metrics of circulating supply, total supply, maximum supplies, etc., etc., etc. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty of this. This is all to do with alt seasons, when to buy, what to buy in, and when to exit. That's it, right? How to grow your Bitcoin without buying Bitcoin yourself physically to invest in it. You need to use Bitcoin, you need to have Bitcoin, but you need to put it elsewhere to work for you. Now, let's explain it in further detail. Now, CoinMarketCap have been very sneaky and removed the little tool that allows you to see how an asset is growing as an element in this. It's, in my opinion, these are wrong. It's showing the price in Bitcoin, it's showing the wrong figures here. If I go to CoinGecko, it still has it. So this is in USD right now. Just to give you an idea, look at Chainlink in the last hour. Because Bitcoin is pumping right now, that is now -2. So I hope that explains it. If Bitcoin is running hard, altcoins will suffer, which brings me on to how to manage it effectively, how to see how your Bitcoin is performing. Now, if you've bought, say, Ethereum, Litecoin, Chainlink, XRP, whatever, and you've bought all of them, and you've got no BTC, you will still have an aggregated price of what that is worth in BTC values. If Bitcoin goes up, you got a problem because your Satoshi values will most likely be bleeding out and you'll be losing Satoshi values. If it's the other way around and the dominance is going down, and I'll explain that in more detail in a sec, you will be growing Bitcoin. This is what the scenario you want. So to manage your portfolio, I recommend this. This is not a sponsored advert, it's a free app, just crack on and use it. Very easy to download. Now this also uses like stocks, also if you're in the stock market you can use it, but on, where is it? There's an image on here, where there? There. There's an image here, right? It shows you here. I'm not putting it on my screen recorder because I cannot be asked. But when you click on that, it will show you 4 different variations. It shows you your main currency, which for me it's Great British Pound. It also shows you the US dollar. It shows you how much it's worth in Bitcoin and how much it's worth in Ethereum as the aggregate. What that basically is how much each one is worth in this price, the BTC price, right? Now, this is where you learn how to get more Bitcoin. This is the important part, so stick around. Now, when you go into the chart, there's a chart called the Btc Dominance Chart. Go to index, sorry, put in btc.d, so don't worry too much about that. Put in btc dot, for example, on TradingView. This is TradingView. I know a lot of people ask me what I use. It's TradingView. Check it out. It is good. There's a link below. And this gives you the overall dominance of the entire market on TradingView, so most of the exchanges out there. If you want to get this somewhere else, go to CoinGecko. At the top here, you've got the volume, you've got dominance of both markets. So you can see the volume of the market cap, how many exchanges, how many coins, right? 63 on here. On CoinMarketCap again, same situation, 64% here. It's got more coins on here. So all it does is calculating it. But if you want to chart it, like officially chart it, you can do it on here. It's pretty cool. So this is where the fun bits happen. If you invest in, let's just say Ethereum, right? Let's just say Ethereum, it's easy. Because when Ethereum does its thing, as in it goes up in value, you need to see what's going up in value. Is it the USD dollars or is it the Bitcoin? You want the Bitcoin to go up. You want to be trading Bitcoin for altcoins, and you want to be managing the /BTC chart. That is it. That is all you need to do. But how do you manage it? How do you effectively use it? One, you need to put it on a portfolio checker to make sure you are not bleeding out. Two, you need to have set alerts on this bad boy, on the world of the dominance chart. Now, if you go onto the higher time frames on the dominance chart, we are in a downtrend. We are forming a downtrend. Currently, we're going up as it stands, but we are hitting a key resistance level, in my opinion, that would potentially reject us leading to alt season. That's why a lot of people are saying alt season is coming. We are hitting key levels. We're in a mega downtrend. If this does reject, boom. Basically, if BTC goes neutral and ranges for a bit, we're going to start seeing altcoins pump, because that mindset psychology is going to be simple. Oh, Bitcoin is really expensive. Why do I want to buy Bitcoin when I can just buy something like, I don't know, XRP, which is 45 cents. That's really, really cheap in their head. That mentality does happen, which is why altcoins blow over, and most of all, the spillover happens. So what do you do in really simple terms? You need to go onto an exchange. Binance is a good one for this. You know, link below. If you want to trade ultimately on spot as an investor, Binance is by far what I use, and I've always used, to be fair. I don't really tend to venture too far out of that because I'm not really the greatest with trusting other exchanges. I always use and abuse, I always use a ledger, I always put my investments on. But if you are trading, you have to be pretty quick in terms of like moving it around just in case. But use the high time frames, it's easy. Now, when you are looking at a coin, you've got two different variations. As you can see, look at the variation change here, right? You've got plus 82% and minus 0.93%. That is because Bitcoin is currently on a bit of a tear. It's up 1.73%. Basically, that number is just a difference, okay? It confuses people when I mention this. Basically, the USD price is a calculation of how many Satoshis each altcoin is worth, governed by the USD price. That is it. So basically, if Bitcoin goes to the moon and your altcoin is making loads of USD dollars, but your BTC value is not, you're losing BTC. You do not want that situation. So what you want is you want to be managing the Ethereum BTC chart in this situation. You want it to be doing this. You want it to be going up. They are, in my opinion, majorly undervalued as it stands in BTC, because BTC is so much more dominant than anything else on the market. So this is how you get your free Bitcoin. You invest. Simple step by step. We'll type it out. Invest in altcoins using BTC. Oh shit. If I can type. Simple, right? Using alt/BTC charts to manage it. Profit when it is higher. Duh. Obviously. So that's how you do it. So let's just say, for example, you bought $1,000 of Bitcoin, for example. Let's just say for this term of sum, you've got that $1,000 in, and let's just say it's 0.05. I don't know what the maths will be. Let's just say it is that. Let's just say you put 0.05 BTC into ETH, right? Which is fine. You can do that. And you bought around here, right? This is just to explain it. And let's just say Ethereum goes for a mega run. A mega run, right? Doesn't matter what the USD prices are. You are worried about how much Bitcoin you're making for the long term. You've got 0.05. That is, it probably is about $1,000 these days. Who knows? Probably quite expensive. But when you then look at the fact that this could do, you know, let's just say it does this, right? It goes all the way up to these high ranges, right up to the top again, right? Huge amount. That is a massive, pretty much 250% gain on your money. Now, let's just make sure I get this math sum right. But if you're thinking just BTC, not the USD values of any of it, just how much Satoshis you're getting, because remember, one Satoshi is always one Satoshi. No matter what the price does, you are always going to keep that Satoshi value, because ultimately, as Bitcoin, it will never change. It will change if you leave it in an altcoin, right? Which is what this will do. So if you put 0.05 plus 250%, for example, you have gained a very nice sum of money. It would basically be a profit of 0.125 BTC, which will give you a total of 0.175 now. This is all very subjective in terms of the example I've just used, but this is the whole idea of it. This is how you do it. Now, the other situation you've got is the worst situation in the world, is where you're holding onto altcoins as the dominance chart is going up and up and up and up, and you're losing money. You are losing money because you don't realize it's happening. Now, this is alt season, bang. And as I say, this is how it does. If this goes down, and the total 2 chart, which is another chart as well, which is basically the, you know, how much money is in altcoins at the minute. As you can see, that's still going up quite nicely. Essentially, you do not want to be holding, like, say, 80% of your altcoins in altcoins and not looking at the dominance chart. If you're looking at the dominance chart and it's doing this, for example, you are losing a load of Bitcoin. And that is what happened to me last year, is when I was holding an altcoin. It was actually Ethereum. I was holding Ethereum, yeah, it was going up in price. Yeah, I was like, yeah, cool. But realistically, if I was holding Bitcoin and just Bitcoin alone, I would have made more money because my Satoshis would stay the same and the price was still going up. So when you look at this level here, this range from May 2018 to October 2018, the total 2 chart was doing this. It was just dying. Altcoins were bleeding out, whereas this time, altcoins are going up with it, but not as quickly. So this is why we're expecting an alt season. What could happen in the alt season is this could go up higher with the dominance going lower. Would indicate one thing: this downtrend is still in and we're going lower. If it goes lower, your Satoshi values in your altcoin will be going up. How do you discover that? 1, go onto your Delta app, click onto the Bitcoin side of it, see if it's growing over the period of time. Mine currently has been growing over the period of time because I hold Zilliqa, and I think Uterus was another one that's recently, you know, bounced today. It's quite nice, but overall, if I was holding different coins, I'd be in trouble. So that's how you do it. And when you look at the market, you can see here what's happening over the last 24 hours with Bitcoin pumping, and this is in the BTC value. Imagine if you had 1 BTC in XRP over the last 24 hours, you would lose 7% of your BTC value in that asset alone. Let's look at Zilliqa, for example, just to put a point. There you go. It's up quite a lot because it's doing well. It's growing very, very well. So I hope this has helped. It's quite a hard one to explain, how to make basically free Bitcoin from basically buying at the right times in the right assets using BTC. So what my overall tactic is this: to grow Bitcoin. That is all I do. I move a percentage of my Bitcoin into altcoins when it's looking likely to be an alt season. When it profits and they go up in value, i.e. all your BTC charts start going upwards and start showing, like, look at this, for example, here, the last alt season that we had, which we all remember, the summer, you know, Ethereum went up body to body, essentially 80% in value. Cool. If you had 1 Bitcoin in there, you've just made 0.8 BTC. Ooh, nice. You know, that is how you do it, because Bitcoin as it stands is relatively quite expensive. And all these charts, by the way, you can do it on any chart. You know, literally, if you put in, say, link BTC, cool. And again, look at that. You know, imagine having 1 Bitcoin in here from March 2019, right? How do you make a load of Bitcoin? Well, yeah, that's how you do it. You don't have to invest in Bitcoin, you can make Bitcoin. Hope this helps. Hope you enjoy. It's hard to explain, as I say. Please do like the video, subscribe, hit that bell button, and leave some love. See you later.